If it was Optic, if it was Envy the last time.
15? I don't know. Something like that. 15 or 16.
One of his, calling those pauses in
one
the
of them.
Round, figuring out what your opponent's next step is and setting up the perfect trap. That'll tie this game up now. NRG 3-3.
I had a webcam pretty early on.
I want to say that's now the second time we've seen NRG go for a really aggressive fight in towards spawn.
Did you finish the Kuro when you played it? I did, yes.
Right up against Generator. We saw it earlier.
The last two.
Yeah, we saw it a few rounds ago too. I think over on the B side as well, trying to fight over into Canteen.
And I think that's really important when you play into a Breach Teo Neon that has a lot of this explosive power. If you try and
during the bad Sun phase, how would you describe the time when everyone just blamed you, just seeking to gain insight from an amazing player like you? I think people are like, I think some people just don't understand that the game is a team game, and you will either look ass or amazing depending on your team's performance. You can't look like ass while your team is like winning, and you can't look great when your team is losing. And that's like something that's like hard for people to understand. Everyone just like looks at scoreboard and shit, but they don't understand like the actual macro of like what's happening and like what a person's role like constitutes.
Ace check on out of that.
Now you don't have the option to go through main until 30 seconds left, and you head back into the Lion's Den instead. Good setup, and it's taken care of for C9.
I feel like that was a good example of C9 in these opening fights that were sometimes slipping away from themselves on Lotus. This time having the util those
unless you're Osbos
to fight into it.
I mean Osbos like always plays well. There was like when what is it, when MIBR played who the fuck did they play? It was the one before they played Sen. But like a good example of that is let's see. Yeah, it was when MIBR played Crew, right? And because MIBR like won, Osbos like looked like a straight up god. But then when it was when they were playing against Sen, I think the match was like was it closer? I don't remember. Or did Sen actually? No, Sen actually kind of convincingly won. But it was like you weren't able to see it as much, and it felt like they were just getting decimated, right? And the thing was, it's not like Osbos' fault that they're getting decimated. It's just like you're losing as a team together, and when you lose as a team, you don't stand out at all. And no one will stand out. The only way you stand out is if you guys start to win, or like if it's a close series and someone is having like a fucking god series, then you can kind of see that, and that's like more of like a anomaly, I would say. But that's not like, I'm talking about more frequently. More frequently, when you are losing, you will look like ass, and then when you are winning, you'll just look fucking amazing.
Light shielding you'd have to do pretty consistently with the other idea.
And that idea is the strongest before you have VODs out there, so teams aren't knowing you do that and buying Outlaw consistently.
Demon 1 was him back in the day. How do you get nerfed so hard? It doesn't make any sense. Same concept. He was winning with EG, and he had a system that worked. When you get put into a different system, it's not for sure that's going to work. And like, yeah, different players fulfill different roles.
NRG taking a bit of time to orb max, get some of these key ults back online. And I think the idea there just to break Cypher trips.
Not going to find any,
yeah, doesn't hit any of them.
Yeah, interesting locations.
Do you like the fact that everyone's using the Phantom? I think the Phantom is fucking insane. Especially in current meta, I think it's insane. With the amount of the utility popping off, you need a suppressor to shoot some people through smokes.
And now NRG, they've done all the homework. They're ready to actually make something happen here on the B site. Good stun.
Wow.
Gets his first kill, and now the ult popped off of that. His teammates trying to help out with an Armageddon as well, but Mata will trade through. Now it's all about getting Net out of heaven. He has been a problem for NRG, and he'll continue to
wow.
in this
Wow.
Net for 3, and C9 do a damn good job holding down the site, and he is pumped.
Net's movement there on the site, also on the stage, getting up out of his chair. What an anchor from him. I mean, first of all, getting in front of this stun, taking the time, and getting the ult off as the body falls, and then ratting inside that smoke, playing flush with the wall, not falling victim.
Did Oxy stun him?
Spam shots going
I think so.
Hey, sir, what are you doing? Stand up again.
Hey, Oxy might be not bringing the Super Saiyan much, but
Oh,
someone
this
else
is
stepping
too
up there.
funny. This is too funny.
Som's living rent-free up in that set. I don't know. Every time we cut to him. All right, NRG are gonna relax things a bit, take it slower. They didn't, you know, set up a lot of players on the north side last round, but they did work into underpass before moving into arcade. I'm not really sure what info they're really finding. A late re-clear with the drone here into A main, not seeing the neon, I suppose, and getting around the corner.
That was their
tell
vibe
them that
merchant.
It might be nice to.
I
keep
do.
them
I
in
do
the
think
base,
Sam.
but
I
actually
think he's
calling
pretty good
back
for like
into Marcus'
overall
position
like
outside
team
A
environment.
instead.
I think a lot of it trying to diffuse any trap plays that C9 might be setting. Their comp's very strong with that, but as Ronan said, it's just Oxy alone holding up on the north side, and the initiators.
Do you want shit talk like on stage like that? I was starting to do it on my like at champs because I knew it was my last year, and I was like, fuck, I don't really shit talk. I just like focus on my own game, and I thought it could be fun. I mean, it was pretty fun.
Broken, and the Rock's gonna escape that one, and now Net's active. Again, doing well to hold down his sight, and again, just dancing within these smokes, waiting for the perfect opportunity. He'll swing through with
Wow,
that
wait,
TC9.
Oxy?
Decimated
Holy
NRG on
shit,
this
wait.
site. Only Mada's left to stand.
I want to see that second
Got
shot.
a stinger, and no time to work with.
10 seconds left.
I've got to keep complimenting Net. He's always finding these first kills over on the B site. And because he's still there, it means that players have to turn around. You know, you're trying to plant the spike with one player. The other, you know, one or two have to look for him. Also watch on to spawn. It means NRG are never
Brock legit couldn't
comfortable.
plant. Yeah, a lot of shit coming off.
Mada saves the stinger through.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
If you come back to pro, you should talk more.
Yeah, again,
I probably
just
would.
finding These openers, especially because, like you were talking
I need
about,
to see the
with
second
C9's
shot right here.
ability to sort of very quickly rotate on
Oh,
over.
bro, that was a fast micro adjustment.
As long as he gets one kill, as long as he stalls just a little bit, C9 are ready to sort of flood out and meet him once NRG are focusing in on his position.
Yeah, he saves that weapon, gets bought a gun from one of his teammates, and now someone else is that stinger.
Poor
This
FNS.
ult online for Oxy. He's just sending it through. Vicky stole away the kill, and
Bro,
C9
it's
keep
too
doing a
funny.
great job of punishing
If you're
threats
on the
the
wrong
weak
side of the map,
when they're going for
you
these
just
slow
get
rounds.
fucked.
Yeah, and he's not really in position
You
to quickly
literally
jump
get
on the zip
fucked.
line either. Usually that's how you get out of there, but thought he could maybe play behind his smoke, get something done. Trade one for one at least. Now smokes to come in to guide Mada top. Say it's the pistol round. We're back.
Pistol round, try it.
What happened?
Any rockets?
The ult popped. Stuck in a tough position, getting aftershocked out. Zeppa, though.
Wait, Zeppa's
Oh,
lived?
Rocky nearly found him. Instead, he'll escape with his life. And now someone needs to get on that spike damn quickly. A flank, though, coming in from Net, who's been so good. But this round, he cannot make the difference. Oxy's
stick.
holding. That's halfway gone. So maybe a repeat of that pistol round to be found. Molly's.
Look at this fucking
Tail
utility
missiles
war.
going in, but bit cold strong. Zeppa sticking this one, but no one can stop the fight.
I don't know if I like this strat, chat.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know if I like it.
Hold things
I
down.
understand it
Deja
in theory,
vu as they get up to
but
7.
this strat is like, it's too hard. I think you can technically do it if you have breach ults and tail ults, then it might work. But like, if you don't stall it for long enough and they get onto the spike and tap it early, you're fucked because then you start having to burn your rotation of util.
In reality, that play, it's supposed to have
Oh
finesse
my God,
coming
he's standing
away
up again.
in through a main,
He's standing
right
up again,
before
bro.
he's
He's sorry,
getting farmed.
bro.
I
He
think
can't have impact.
I was seeing if Ned had something else to say there because
No,
I
no,
think
no.
he might have, but
He might have been saying too much. We had to, you know, cut that off.
a definite possibility.
Are C9 gonna push again? Oh, this time slipping back into underpass. Not gonna find anyone for their troubles.
He's perma emoting, actually,
For what it's
bro.
worth, NRG should be able to get the spike down, and in the post plant, it's gonna be a trade. Breach ult for C9, tail ult from Brock to stall out the re-hit.
That was good from that was good from NRG right there. If you saw, they tapped the plant in one spot and then they went to go plant in the other. So C9 wasted 2 sets of util trying to kill the planter in that one spot while they planted in the other. Mitch? Holy fuck.
Takes down the anchor of Sub, but now it's a question of how can C9 deal with these anchors in main. But the setup, it's excellent from NRG. And C9 forced to try something dramatic, try and just hold on to this spike, but there's just too many players on the other side. Finesse on the rewrap. And the spam.
I think a situation like that nowadays, okay, I know smoking the spike is normally better, but I feel like smoking main with the ping nerf is actually kind of good in a way. Like if you're by yourself alone.
This whole hit was kind of crazy too, because Oxy goes flying in there. Mitch also tried to get in front of the Brim Tejo combo and ended up dying to it. I don't know if there was other util that hit him. But he was really trying to get in there with Oxy and just couldn't quite close the gap.
Also, on Spike was attack smoke? Oh, it was. Okay. Wait, no. Sam died.
It's just going to be Brock down on the south side by his own. Using that drone in for jumping back onto the north side. Hold on, wait, Mata's doing it again. 3 times?
3rd time's the charm, that's what they say. The plant position has to...
How did Mata live?
Oh, they're jumping into sight this time, though. Look at them. They're just running into
what the fuck is happening?
Mow them down.
Chat, what's going on? Mitch is jump shooting people.
Did not work at all.
What is happening?
Spike has yet to be planted. Mata just waiting the clock out because his team is down.
Nice start, though.
Maybe finds the first, but there's Net to close it through.
What was this round? Bro, I saw 2 through the smoke kills and 1 jumping kill.
Them on the flood in, and this is a much different Cloud9 from what we saw map 1. They're up 8-4 at the half. They looked excellent on this defensive side. I think
Bro, Zappa's just shooting.
How good Net was.
That's individual performance on the holds. There's fast retakes for the team too, working wonders for the C9 squad.
You see, he's
yeah, we're gonna map 3. Yeah, I mean, if I see that fucking, if I see that top site, I mean, we're not gonna see it because they're switching sides now. But if I saw that fucking top site plant strat one more time, then 100% we're going to map 3. 100%. Do do do. For your old or energy. Like I said, it's hard because like I want C9 to do well, but at the same time I want energy to do well. So it's like a hard matchup for me. It's a hard matchup for me to pick like who I want to win as like a favorite. Any updates on the mouse or mouse pad? All right. The mouse pad is still like, because it's kind of been on like back priority compared to what the mouse is. But there's either going to be an announcement. I thought, bro, I mixed up my days because my sleep schedule has been so fucked. There's going to be an announcement either on the 22nd or 23rd regarding the mouse. And it's going to be like something cool that I'm doing. Have you gotten offers from other teams when you were assigned to send? I did get a crazy ass offer, yes. There was a crazy offer that I received. I think it was in 2022, I think. And it was like a fucking, it was like a League of Legends level fucking contract. Like it was like crazy.
Going on those flood retakes.
Like I had to say yes, but obviously within good reason, Sen didn't want to sell me. So,
and when they did,
I mean, it
they
makes
were really
sense.
consistently able to punish Finesse,
From
take
who?
him
I
out
won't
of the
say who.
round and give his team
But
a big
it would have
disadvantage in calling that
blown
mid-round.
like the
Now,
whatever the
that being
current
said,
highest contract
these two
currently
played on
out
this
of the
map,
water, like
NRG got off to a
completely.
miserable start on that
Like, it
first
was
half,
was
won
fucking
2 rounds
wild.
to their name, then came back, pushed OT. It's not that far gone for NRG this time around. And I think moving on to the defensive side is usually where I think this team is much more comfortable calling from.
Absolutely is. Looks like we're still just sorting something out on stage.
Which
getting
region? I'm not gonna say.
monitor fixed up before we hop into the second half. So appreciate your patience here.
Got to be able to see the game to play the game.
Yeah.
Certainly helps.
Do you think you could get a kill if you played Valorant? No monitor, just a single kill in
I
a game.
think that's okay,
Why do you accept
Mimi,
it?
Hear me out.
I said yes
You're playing
because
the game
it would
and
be
you have
brain
a
dead for
friend
me not to say
behind you, so
yes.
you've got a blindfold on, right?
Okay.
But like I said,
Behind you is like telling you where
Sen
to
would
aim.
have to sell
Let's
me,
get a professional,
in which they didn't
right?
want to
Let's
sell
get
me.
Finesse to come out
But
there
that's
and
like
tell you where to aim.
obviously
You know, how to get your
very
kills.
reasonable.
That might help.
Yeah, I feel
Or
like
we
you
could just trial it right now with Net.
I don't know about that one. You buy like a Judge or an Odin, you sit in a corner, and you just like,
Yeah.
you're a medieval archer. You're waiting to hear the loose, and then you open up.
Make me think of, anyways,
That's greedy from Sen.
Yeah.
No, that's
wonder
not
what
greedy at all.
no.
Okay.
Well, you're making like when Ramsey bolted is no loose knock. Anyways, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
I had my Game of
That is not greedy at all. That is
Yeah.
a very
Now, I wonder what
that's
the
a very
would
smart
be
decision.
if you couldn't see your screen. The judge, perhaps?
Judge? Yeah, that'd probably be
Yeah.
pretty good. I'm bored by this conversation. We
Oh,
got
well,
someone better to
okay.
check in with. Dryad standing by with Shanks
Oh,
on the
she's
floor.
cool.
Let's take a listen.
That's right, guys. I'm here with Chinks from NRG. Can we hear for Chinks? Come on, come on. There you go. It took a minute. It took a minute. All good. Chinks, how are you enjoying being here for the first day of the stage one?
It is awesome. The environment is great. There's a lot of people here. Shout out NRG, all the NRG fans in the crowd. We love you guys.
Shanks is the coach, correct?
How are you feeling about this match? I think at the beginning it was very dominant. You closed out the first map. This one is that's up in 5.5, so.
Yeah, map one's amazing. Brock, the new addition, has been looking really good, and Mike's he brought out a good game plan, but map two's looking a little bit rough right now.
no,
but we're known for comeback.
The
so-
crazy contract that I got offered was actually prior to
Something I wanna
franchising.
ask you is we heard
But
your hot
also,
take of,
The
how
reason why I
teams
probably
make
got it too
internationally, how they're
is
developing
because
So I want you to
like,
sell it to the people here and to everybody watching.
it's like one of the things to like
stage one.
make sure you get into the franchising circuit as well.
Greatest IGL Valorant has ever seen. FNS is the go.
Okay, let's get another point. Surely we got 2 more.
And we also have the W streamer on our team. Look at Sam, the GOAT. Go to Sam. The entire team is playing amazing. I talked to them backstage. Everyone's feeling good, feeling confident. I think we're going to win a tournament this year.
Yeah, you know, I'm starting to feel I'm feeling sorry, I want to say I'm feeling the energy, but I feel like that's too obvious, isn't it? But maybe I am. So we'll see if they win a stage one. We'll see if they win this map as well as we send it back to you guys. Thank you, Shanks.
Thank you.
How tall is Shanks?
That's a good IGL.
Oh, Dryad was standing on a box, so I have no clue.
Look,
But I was like,
think that Shanks might be the
damn.
NRG shill out there.
Okay.
Is what it might be. I think he gets paid. For
I
the
didn't realize that
time
she was standing on
says,
top
you
of a
know,
box. I was like, holy fuck.
streamer, you know, finesse the
That is
go.
a corporate buzzword
Can I tell
to
you?
miss a hit.
I am
He sounded very
5'10".
well-drilled with them out there. But let's jump into the second half. NRG,
Or like,
they're gonna win a
whatever-
second half here before they can
Whatever
finish.
180 centimeters
He's
is.
never been more stunned in his life, and Zeppa runs him down. Thankfully, a good teammate helps him out. Ethan defends Mata. He'll escape for now, and that nade is excellent.
Oh wait, no, 5'11". Sorry, why did I say 5'10"? I'm 5'11".
Ethan completely blinded up there after the 3. So now it's Net's mission to go on a bit of a hunt. Smoke goes down, but he hears the players in main. Good position.
Jeez.
Really crisp on the shot as well. Brock shows a shoulder. Is taken down low, and now C9 group up, shoulder to shoulder, pushing
Just
back
ran
into
up to
main
6
play the
feet,
post.
bro. I don't need
Finesse
a
has
fucking
one
round up.
cage. A ticket to getting the spike halfway.
Stun back up, a flash,
I-
blast for Mitch to work with.
My shit's just fully based on facts, bro. I don't need to like.
Cage used, but they know it's
I don't
fake
need to
thanks the
craft
camp.
like a fake height. I
And
don't give a
next tap,
fuck.
A stun's gonna come in. Good dodge from NRG. But
Damn.
James sees a trade and he doesn't
I think it's
finish
going to
on
a third.
in time. Mitch instead to mop up this pistol round.
Yeah, Kaide is 5'10".
That's why the breaches with their sheriffs that round were getting work done.
It was the same sheriff.
All right.
Wait, did that gun get 6 kills?
Yeah, I think
pretty sure, okay.
yeah, Kaide, you're taller than Jordan.
Ethan was
I would
nasty
say
with
so.
it here.
Two.
Jeez.
Turn
What
back.
the
That was just
fuck?
3 headshots too.
If he wasn't blind, he'd probably get 5.
No.
Same sheriff. 2 more.
And one had cleaner shots.
Oh yeah, if I put on
Also
shoes,
won the rounds.
if I put on certain shoes, I'm sure I'd probably get to 6 feet. But that's with shoes on.
Sally wants to get in Som's head.
What is going on here?
A lot of util, I think, is what's happening.
Bit crazy that Som has crept up. I mean, he put down the smoke, so it makes some sense. As a matter of fact, Vic has been told. Vic is waiting for that walk underpass from up on the north side. Knows that other brim is very likely down underpass. That drone's not coming for Som, so with the ghost here, there's a chance to do a little bit of damage. 4 light armors on the other side, and he slipped on through.
Zeppo will come back in late, though, and he might catch the perfect timing onto Som. That he does.
Womp womp.
So no tomfoolery today. C9.
Oh, they're
blocking his way
orb
down,
maxing
cleaning
too.
up the smoke
It's a
off,
third map, chap.
They get the
It's a third
orbs,
map.
Mimi, they get the plant down. Doesn't get much better than that.
Oh,
It could get better than that.
Sure. That was just a stinger, though. Expendable resource.
good night, Mata.
Well, the util's going to finish the job that Oxy couldn't do. So C9, 10-4. Rebounding massively after losing the first map of this series.
C9 have a lot of buffer room to play with here. You know, there's the option to, if they wanted to upgrade in by this round, have 4 rifles and a stinger, play with that and just end it immediately. Also hedge their bets a bit. We'll see what the call ends up being. Yo, that sheriff.
One enemy remaining.
Has a bit of a legacy on it at this point.
It's gonna be really sad when someone dies with that and it's not recovered.
All right, wait, this is
Lived
Wait.
Such a good life. Oxy quick up into tower using
Didn't-
those blasts from the Tejo.
didn't
to
C9
clear
win
a path.
pistol
There's
and
two
won
players inside the smoke. Look at
the
that,
eco
Finesse
round?
and Som.
but they have
Next to
all
each other,
rifles.
push on through.
Jeez.
They clear out main entirely.
Wait, I didn't realize they must have done the FPX buy.
To start this round. What's the reaction out of C9 though?
I think the drone saw this
The
proactive
3 of
push.
them will walk towards spawn and have an opportunity up against
Oh.
Brock. That is an excellent start for
Bro,
Oxy.
literally everyone is using the Phantom.
More where that came from. Mata spotted
He
out,
ran to the
stun,
right.
unable to be avoided.
It's a tragedy.
And Mata knocks
For
down a
C9.
double.
Whose map choice is this? This is
Now
C9's
mention
map
a
choice.
1v4. He has the blast, but not a lot of time. Already ticked away and not a lot of stall util really to do much with this one. NRG well converted there.
What, do you get a haircut?
Yeah, love that call, playing 2 players inside of the smoke.
I'm good for a bit
against
longer.
the split hit of
Oh,
C9
also,
too,
Kaide,
right?
do you want to eat
'Cause
lunch
C9's strong
after
side was going
this
up into
game
arcade.
with me,
So they didn't
please?
really have the utility to clear through this smoke. And yeah, saw the shoulder. There might have been a drone going that just caught a bad timing. All things considered, though, that stun line too from Ethan, very nice.
Give it out.
Breach util's been on point all series.
Is Phantom more OP on LAN? I mean, every gun's more OP on LAN.
Again, working pretty heavily.
Every gun feels like a
on the
laser
outside of the
beam on
map, 3
LAN.
Players, basically the same setup as that last round. And still with that similar pace, the Tejo nades. This time, though, the pathing is down on the ground from Oxy. Waiting for a moment to see
Wow.
through that smoke. Hold on,
The
Som's
combat
just
stim.
Killing him in there. I don't know about that one. The spike is worked up in towards heaven, but now Oxy is the one riding inside of the smoke. Finesse is still here. And
Oh.
Oxy whips around and takes
Wait,
him down.
what was that shot? Did he one-tap him?
Ethan and Mata left. And critically, Mata has the raised rocket available. Net trying to cross, gets away with it. Good stun for Oxy. Mata running for his life.
What?
How did that connect?
Bro's full jumping headshot, and now it's a 2-on-2. Now Ethan is worked on over with full utility to back up this showstopper.
A stun and the rocket. But it just swings out into Vic and dies. And now it's only the world champ to try and clutch this one up. And against Vic, it doesn't work out.
What?
Even the luckiest man on earth couldn't win that round.
Come on, Madi, you can't be doing that, making me believe like that. Just the silliest skill I've seen today.
That was good representation of the game. I need to see the shot in slow motion. What do we
Show it
think
to me
about that?
again.
All right.
One enemy remains.
Just a little bunny.
I love how he became more accurate after he jumped than he was before it.
Let's go, baby. That's all you. Let's go.
Damn.
Vic just knows something.
Bro.
Not matching the energy
Bro,
at all.
bro, Net is literally just fucking screaming his heart out right
This
now.
round has the ultimate getting into sight.
He isn't just bringing the vibes, he is the vibes on C9.
Just put your iPad away. Stop playing Angry Birds. There's still a game to be won.
He killed himself.
Mata knows it.
Dies to his own rocket. Trades back. It's a pandemonium round. Who's killing who? Who's winning this one? It's left up to Zeppa in a flash. With the spike dropped. And Finesse holding his angle. Finesse knows he's here, but Zeppa
Oh my god. Zeppa when it's time to play against NRG.
from Zeppa. And that's C9. Up to 12 rounds.
And is bringing Zeppa out of his seat as well with the Red Bull clutch. He has been elite today.
What are these rounds?
Little one for okay, yeah. Vic took him down to 23. That's fine. But hello.
The slow send up.
Also not matching his energy. He got out of the chair, but that's doing the heavy lifting.
A true silent film.
They muted him, he was too
NRG
loud.
known for the comebacks, but down 12-5 now. This is looking like a map 3.
Mitch has the Rolling Thunder ready to go. Down from underpass, sends it into full clear sight, but still, there's a Cypher up in tower.
Alright, I don't know how Zeppa got that kill.
Rolling Thunder through, past the smoke goes Mata, but the
Oh
counter
my
he's
god.
excellent.
Wait, how did Oxy get that
Oxy
kill?
converts. Keeps advantage with his squad, but there's more ults to come and Stomp.
Fuck is
capitalizes
going on?
off of it. He's found the
What's
counter
going on?
long enough.
What's going on?
1v3 that starts well, and another ult to work with. But there's no one on
You're
site
stronger than Jordan, right? Without a doubt.
to receive that Armageddon. Instead, he'll walk alone into the site. Missiles on the recharge for Zeppa. The breach spotted.
Oh my god.
The one to take him down.
All right, that's the third map right there.
5 C9. They reply in kind on their map pick and tie this series up.
What a bounce back. Cloud9, couple of their players stepping up in a massive
Did you
way.
cry after you
Zeppa
lost
had a
champs?
Crazy map. That first half too. I think Net was so effective.
No, I did not.
Working the B site.
I don't really cry for Valorant.
Pretty good at getting out of his chair, getting the energy going for the team. They needed that strong performance after getting kind of shut out that second half of Lotus.
Oxy as well having a bounce back from that first map, showing some big rounds for him. And here you can kind of just see the Zeppa highlight reel. Second series in a row against NRG where he is having an incredible impact.
Was cool seeing some of these rounds on that first half from NRG fighting back into spawn. The Brimwell play was nasty, but at the end of the day, it wasn't
I
enough
need to
for
see that
NRG.
one shot where FNS was on site and then Oxy turned around and just one-tapped him. I need to see that shot.
When we return.
It was a round where, what is it? Fucking Mata jumping headshot Oxy. It was that round. Okay, should I go heat up the food real quick, chat? What do we think? What do we think the play here is? I might maybe I should do that. I'll be right back, chat. Oh. Back chat. On my food. Do. No sound? Yeah, there's no sound just for when I was gone, just in case there was music and stuff.
শিয়া বাটার ও ভিটামিন ই সমৃদ্ধ লিলি হালাল বিউটি সোপ।
লিলি হালাল বিউটি সোপ বিএসটিআই কর্তৃক সনদপ্রাপ্ত দেশের প্রথম হালাল বিউটি সোপ।
দীপ্তিময় উজ্জ্বল ত্বকের জন্য।
At a team that wins, honestly. If you take the fight first ahead of your opponents, you're going to be advantaged.
So what Bill made today, round short rib pad kapow with brown rice, blistered lunchbox peppers, and pickled red onion.
Definitely suits their play style. Looking forward towards Pearl as well. I don't know if that's going to be the same case, but I guess we'll talk about it when we get there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we definitely
honestly,
will
I told him to make. I told him to make it because I actually became obsessed ever since I went to Thailand.
About it briefly, but Zeppa, man, there's something about this map that this guy just likes.
Yeah, some players, they have their maps or they have their specific angles where like you can always sense that they're about to get two from that position, something like that. But yeah, evidently on this map, and especially against NRG, Zeppa goes crazy. When it was on the Cloven kickoff, he harvested them, and now switching over to the Tejo, another season of bounty.
I'm just eating right now, by the way, chat. So sorry for not talking much. I'm
so
just
good.
starving.
Subsidies, my guy is out there selling the goods to the people.
But it's so damn important that Zeppa does have a good game, I think, as well, with the way that Cloud9 choose to play, which is putting Oxy into that all or nothing role, basically. You know, Oxy's taking point. They're setting him up with good utilities as well, but look at his numbers.
He's so happy.
He's so happy. He's so happy to be here.
He's so shocked. He's like, wow, I'm good at Fracture. Whoa!
But there's a lot of pressure, I think, when teams run like the Breach Teo with just a solo duelist, that the duelist player is often going to be going down early. You can't always set them up perfectly every single time. And Oxy's been getting fantastic value, but the pressure is going to be on players like Oxy as well to play well. That Teo's going to be normally the second one in, trying to trade out the duelist player and to pick up the pieces. He did it again. He did it again. It's
Please wait, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I mean, what's the next map?
The one real differential
Pearl?
in the
There's no
stats
fucking
that
way
you
it's gonna be
saw
playing on Pearl,
was just
sorry.
the KDA. Because of that, he was just dying way less, closing out rounds.
I literally
also
see like a
testament to how
0%
this
possibility
time
that's gonna be
he
played on
was a
Pearl.
way more dominant showing. That first time they played on this map, NRG had one of the all-time fake comebacks, which obscured his KDA. But this time, they just clowned on them. I mean, they were so good.
They look good. They look good. But now let's go ahead and set our attention, though, to Pearl, because you were mentioning it before, Bren, at the top of this, that, you know, Cloud9 style, right? Fracture favors them. They like to go in there and get in their face. But Pearl has kind of seen some changes and some different approaches.
Yeah, it is. I'll make it short and sweet, though. Like, Pearl, I don't think you can take the same style that Cloud9 used to success in Fracture, that pack mentality. You can try to, but if NRG have alternated their comp a little bit, if they're running the Euro as well, they can get fast rotates to make sure they follow the sound cues on defense. It's much harder to play that play style on a map like Pearl.
Well, it's going to be very fascinating to see how it all breaks down, folks. But we're going to map 3, so let's find out which team is going to start off this stage with a dub right after this.
Oh yeah. Ah, music. Ah. Why didn't you stream in the arena? To be honest, streaming from the arena kind of stinks because there's a 30-second delay. So if you want to interact with chat, it's really, really hard. The only time I think I would ever like show up to the arena is like for Sen games, for example, like games that like I'm really supporting like one team and I want to be there, and it's just for just like being able to support them. That's the only reason. But other than that, like just the home setup is way more comfier, and yeah, I don't have to deal with the 30-second delay. The delay is kind of annoying to deal with. Oh, let's see. Is it time?
Exactly.
Is it time?
Does this sort of fit into the typical meta for the most part? See what we've got in store going on to this final map. It is also worth reminding you again, these two teams very likely going to be
double
fighting for
duelist.
playoff spots in their group.
Double duelist.
Is just T1's comp, no?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, the Neon and the Yoru coming in together. I think when you look at this biggest strength on your defense, you're so good at flooding into those sites. Attacks at you.
Double duelist.
Okay.
And it's
Holy fuck.
It's a little yoink and twist kind of look coming out from C9, just putting the jet in instead of that
I don't
Neon.
know if I would call that a strategy, but it's certainly an option. Now, that's a double duelist option, but very different, right? That one with the jet Yoru leans much more into like opping. I think there's a lot more like individual things you can look for. That's adorable.
Aww.
That's awesome. No, the Pengu! Get him back up there. We're gonna be okay.
He'll be back.
But honestly, I think both this Neon and the Yoru was something that Trace was playing over in the Chinese circuit that we saw T1 also play to win the series in Bangkok versus G2. There's a lot of cool things you can do, especially on side execs with these two agents.
NRG going bar for bar with the Masters 1 champions. But C9 with their own spin, fighting to mid. Both duelists.
Oxy.
And Oxy gets a clean opener onto Mata.
Yeah, they can quickly move back over into the A side as well. I don't know if NRG are going to want to
gotta switch the cam back over.
Smoke. We've got the one flash on Ethan, and it looks like they want to force it. Here goes Ethan, but instantly dealt with. Mitch just playing on backside. Oxy flooding in too. This is classy from C9.
FNS 1v5?
And that's the beauty of these double duelist comps. You have so much mobility.
If there's a will, there's a way.
To quickly
Come on.
rotate. You're flooding into mid. Then you're
If he wins this, I will actually go bald, by the way.
You have a TP set up to get back over towards C as well. It's really tough to play that slow mid-round style that NRG loves because of how proactive C9 are able to be in that mid-round.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to see a lot, like the big differentiating factor between these
there's no way he wins this.
is going to be the Neon versus the Jet. And I think
There's literally no way he wins this.
Better at is doing sort of like team fighting, set pieces, you know, scaling off of limited, you know, flash utility, etc. Whereas the Jet, you're going to see Oxy constantly, especially on defense, looking for these opening fights next to Zeppa.
Makes sense to see Oxy getting his Jet back up to form, though. When we're looking at the changes to the map pool, we don't see anything new in this series, but we have Icebox coming back.
Oh,
we
thank
have
God.
Ascent coming back. Minor changes on Ascent.
Holy
and on
thank
Icebox.
God.
Those have always been Jet playgrounds. Those have always been maps where Oxy excels on.
Bro, I saw the way he was jiggling net out right there. I was like, oh fuck.
Ascent in Icebox, but then they banned it in the second
round,
phase.
yep.
So that's why we end up on Pearl, because as a map team's gonna have a lot more practice on just going from kickoff and the last few.
Why were you scared? Anything can happen. Bro, imagine he swings around the corner, right clicks, 3 bullets perfectly hit the 3 enemy heads. Imagine. Oh, are they rolling this back? Why the fuck is it tech pause? Awesome. Is it gonna be another fucking bug? Oh, NRG sponsored by Spectrum? Bro, that is literally the shittiest internet brand. Oh my god. Wait, how are they supposed to win? Sponsored by Spectrum. Literally anything else works and is better. I didn't understand until I moved to LA and I got Spectrum internet at our first house.
No,
I've never seen an ISP disconnect so many times in my life.
We've seen a single outlaw today, if memory serves.
And both teams are buying light armor or regen shields almost every round.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder if the coaches have clued into that, realized. There we go. Zeppa just there to bail his team.
GG sponsorship? Bro, even if they paid me like an unreal amount of money, I would never work with a brand that legitimately just is ass cheeks.
That simple, couldn't it? Well, Mitch is going to be happy to find 3 kills.
Yeah, a couple off his ultimate.
Sir, are we offended by that?
What internet do you have? I have AT&T fiber currently, and I can tell you it is much better than Spectrum.
And now just eyeing up the purchase coming to this next round, and NRG are continuing. So even though they saw the outlaw in that last round, I don't think it fired a shot, but they at least saw it. 4 players on the
It did get a kill. They know it's there for sure.
I don't love that.
Yeah, it's a risk to be taken for sure.
Not even $1 million. Not even a fucking $1 million. No.
Do too much is judge, however, from Vic. In the right place at the right time.
Again, C9 are just continuing to like play these tandem positions next to each other, the two duelists, getting the work done, but it's really Vic all on his own. And now working himself out of stars, only has the one in the back pocket, and the judge is not going to get anything done. Good drone from Brock will spot it out.
And the spam from Mata follows that up. So NRG get to play with a clean 5v4 advantage.
But at the same
That's
time,
cap you do for a Bill?
Oxy is backside
Bro.
with the outlaw still.
Okay, a Bill is way different though.
It's really annoying to deal with a flash over the
This
top.
this sounds like one of those like theoretical questions you like ask your friends in like high school or elementary school. Damn, look at all these flashes, bro.
Still alive on just 1 HP.
Bro, obviously a Bill.
Still holding down the line, swinging into him with no armor. It's a death sentence.
Whoa, Oxy with the knives?
Now the knives popped, and the distraction is enough to get net the kill.
Oxy,
bro, I'm pretty sure everyone in chat, including me, would literally do anything for a fucking Bill. Let's be honest here. $1 billion? That is absurd.
Oxy was in a bad way back there. You was stunned.
Real shit.
People could be coming every sort of which way against him.
Oxy did burn the knives here, but I fuck with it though because this is your bonus round. And he didn't know that last guy was lit.
Yeah, just a highlight reel for the outlaw. And now NRG back down to an eco again.
Not anything but a lot.
Value.
Basically anything.
The way C9 are playing is effectively all of our utility is on one side of the map. The other side of the map is going to be Jet Yoru. We put the Jet all the way up front B. Now our Yoru is going to be running back over onto the A side.
That's more the beauty of this comp, that you have two characters that can brawl as much as they want and still have that get out of jail free.
And because that Jet has this very forward line, like we have beautiful information, it allows this stack of 3 players into the A site. And just Vic playing again with the judge.
Oh my diamonds.
You can hear audio in mid. There's a camera there too to be able to swing off of. Cool.
Oxy sees one. Doesn't want to take too much risk though.
Surprise, Yoru's TP'd back already. We're fine.
A bait set up too. Oxy can take contact and they'll send out the clun. Okay. Every shot required, but Vic gets the kill at range, and Oxy a chance to repossess some players down long with that outlaw. As they'll tuck tail one back towards mid. They don't want to test him.
All right, NRG finally walked into.
I saw someone say I wouldn't give a limb for a Bill.
বন্ধুরা কি আর বলে কয়ে আসে, ফোন দিয়ে বলল সদল বলে আসছি। ভাবছেন অল্প সময়ে এত রান্না কিভাবে করব? যমুনা রাইস কুকার, এতে আমি সব রান্না করি।
যমুনা রাইস কুকারে আছে 3-in-1 ফাংশন, তাই ঝরঝরে ভাত, পোলাও, বিরিয়ানি, তরকারি বা যে কোনো পিঠা হয়ে যায় অটোমেটিক্যালি। আরও রয়েছে স্মার্ট ম্যাগনেটিক সুইচ, তাই খাবার পুড়ে যাওয়ার ভয় নেই। আর অ্যাডভান্সড থার্মোস্ট্যাট সেফটি, তাই নিরাপদ রান্নার নিশ্চয়তা।
আমার জীবনকে সহজ করেছে যমুনা রাইস কুকার।
যমুনা রাইস কুকার, স্মার্ট রান্নায় আধুনিক জীবন।
Yeah, you lost the pistol, you lost the anti-bonus. You also think back to that last map where they only secured 5 rounds for themselves. It's been rough.
Oh, ridiculous replay. But you are right. This is starting to get towards concerning territory.
Yeah. Honestly, I just want to see NRG run some more exec looks. I think that's one of the things this comp does so nicely, especially execs onto the B side. You can throw out Yoru teleports into the top left corner of sight, and then even use the neon wall to give you that extra layer of protection so you can get those forward teleports and fight into backside very quickly.
You know what's
He always likes taking time with these slow mid rounds, and it's a similar start. This time now, all 4 players postured to make an execute happen in B. And that's
I'll speak of it after. I'll speak of it after. If there's like a halftime out or something. Because it's like
turn away and wait for the retake.
Mitch holding on to 100.
I feel like it's those hypothetical questions that like you always like will say with like friends in school. Like, would you do this for like money and stuff? And I was gonna say, after this round, I'm dialed right now.
Drone to commit back in, a duel against Ethan, leads up a lot of damage. A dart for Mitch.
This is a solid 4v3 right here. Oh, is he cooked? Oh my god, he shocked himself. Vic? Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck? What? What? This guy just turned into John Wick. What the fuck?
ridiculous round. The Vic survives there at the end.
It's one bullet blind through a cage for that second kill.
And after found the 3K as well, yes. You weren't kidding. Just an unbelievable Red Bull clutch from Vic.
He's shit talking now. He's shit talking now. He yelled, "Get shit on." Oh my god.
This map, NRG.
Oh no, okay, I was gonna say, I found it kind of funny, like, cause, I mean, I grew up with like the same friends, through like, I would say like grade 6 to like now, like my like friends I had through high school and stuff. But I remember like when we were younger, you'd have like those hypothetical questions like, would you do this for like a mil? And everyone would be like, ew, there's no way. It would have to be for like 100 mil or something like that. And then, bro, like asking them the same question now, and like growing up and you have like more adult responsibilities, bro, they'd be like, you know what? I do that shit for 10 grand easily. So it's pretty funny how like when you like start growing up and you have those responsibilities, you're like 10 grand? No, I bet I'll do that. I'll do that shit instantly. It goes completely away.
He felt Mike would bring that to the team.
I mean, talk about a call out. I know you're trying to talk about Mike, but I'm talking about Amy right now. Tells Oxy to switch off the op, go for the Outlaw. NRG are just buying light armors anyways.
And it's going to be all the better. Only Mata won't be one shot to that weapon.
Molly drops down, but quickly broken. NRG are really trying to sell a fake into the A side of the map with the Aura ult with that.
I don't think it's gonna work.
He
TP towards B.
Back into street to guide the way
Not working.
for Mata to move forward into a late B pinch.
Very nice.
Are they on half armors? Holy fuck. 4 of them are.
This is classic Finesse calling though.
And Oxy has the automatic op.
Right now, Finesse playing that
Brock.
guard as the wall comes down and Oxy is stuck in backside.
Oh, imagine you got that second.
C9 is here, ready to keep on fighting through. Som equalizes for a moment for NRG, and Oxy is still.
Oh my god.
Backside, continuing to find the kills, upgrading into the gun. Finally dealt
Was
with
that overheat? What do we think? Also, Mata got tagged by Oxy right there.
A dart ready to go through. It doesn't catch on to anything instead. A slow walk up, Som. Great adjustment onto
Oh my god.
NRG. Finally, after 5 rounds lost in a row.
Now, Mata was the one person with full armor, I believe.
Onto the board.
That was a nice round coming out of the timeout for NRG. Finesse and Mike's cooking that one up, going for that fake A into a B split. Way faster than you would necessarily expect, right? Because usually if you're faking A like that, it'd be way heavier in through Link. No, they still had the bodies going down long. Really, it was Ethan's pathing there to set it up.
You know, was like one thing that was like really interesting about myself too, like, or like, I think it's like most things, but like when I was younger, I found fishing kind of boring. And then recently, when I was in Bora Bora, we did like a fishing thing, and I was like, low key, this shit kind of fun. Like I understand the appeal now. Oh, whoa, he got away?
Finesse though. Left
oh my god,
alone
he's so
and
confused.
Blind in main. Has an isolated duel against Zeppa.
All good.
But Zeppa was a monster in the
All
last
good.
map, and yet again, he shuts it down. NRG, they won their round, but C9 immediately reply.
So quick with it too. Maybe seeing the lockdown on the other side, C9 calling to get out in front of that. Reading a basic A hit after the fake in the previous round. Got a really good read on that one out of Mitch. And that refight as they come on down. I mean, there's so many stars on the ground. I counted 3 of them.
Nice! Woo! Hey, let's go!
NRG's gonna call another quicker round. Take fast control towards B.
Your brain changes. It's weird. Fishing is cool. No, fishing is actually pretty cool.
They're gonna be pretty much
now it
forced to
is.
commit.
Yeah, Drone ends up saving C9 there. Telling them Finesse is in the space, but now Finesse, he chose not to run away, and now he's scouted out. He can't do that, just like Fracture again.
Bro, it's so sad. I feel so bad for him.
What's going on with Net? Doesn't move out of the way.
Because he's confused.
NRG. Even down into a 4 versus 4, but a lot of pressure on this flank. Drone traded out with the clone. Where does NRG fight? They'll go towards spawn.
Fighting forward there as Brock is left on his own.
He has the Undersuri. He desperately wants to escape, but the util is overwhelming. Shorty in his face, concentrated.
Wait, Sam got that fucking one tap?
Mitch is going to be coming in so late from his own spawn. Now the Astral is called down. Nick right up on top of that,
Ethan.
Ethan is lying in wait.
It all comes down to Mitch.
Honestly,
He's biding
just
so
wait,
much
Mitch?
time and now activates for one. Zeppa snuck out onto the site, but the Astro Wall obfuscating the last player.
Wait.
C9! They just get both kills! And in the
They
nick of
won!
time, they'll find this defuse.
Wow.
Some seemed shocked to find a player there on the screen. Thought everyone was going to be coming in from behind the Astro Wall, but the patience.
By the way, like,
hang up beautifully.
if you're NRG right now, if you lose this series, don't you just feel like so? Like, I feel like your confidence gets more shot and shot because also, like, I feel like fans have such big expectations for NRG, and they've had such huge expectations for NRG for a while, and like, I don't know. I feel like it could be like, it could feel pretty bad for them. I won't lie though, the first map they looked solid, but right now, I mean, C9 is just having their way with them. I need to read a book or something. My vocab is a little different right now. A little timeout right here, 7-1.
A couple ults to work with, but you're probably looking down the barrel of 8. And Oxy again, he's been abusing them with this outlaw all game long. He's buying it again.
Yeah, it's like the first game Oxy's really been having a good
This is map 3, chat. Map 3.
Due to that weapon. And so far for NRG, like, they feel like their A hits are working, right? They're pretty consistently able to get onto the A site, put the spike down. It's the post plants where it's sort of slipping away, and oftentimes in very close round states. And sometimes that can be the hardest to sort of work yourself out from that hole where things are going really well for most of the round up until they aren't. Sometimes it doesn't require a huge strategic change. Sometimes it's just the way you're talking together. Sometimes it's the way you're planning these late round moments.
Out of the last timeout, NRG went for a fast A hit. C9 fought into A main. They won off that round. They're going to do the same thing again, but NRG instead look towards B here.
I like they're going back into the same side again.
The thing with how NRG is playing, though, is that they're almost always taking a lot of time before they actually commit to these hits. The Aura is TP'd back in.
Oh shit.
Another player as well getting out on his side. That's great out of net. The entry falls, and another.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
C9.
Nets! God damn. I already know he stood up. Bro, he has his mouse pad so up. Holy fuck.
Running into the
He's leaning into his monitor.
NRG, it is time to show up. They've got 4 ultimates to play with. C9 just kind of disrespecting on these deeper angles. NRG are walking on into him. So it'll be NRG switching over to the other side of the playbook, running an A exec, although C9 getting up in here again with a quick dash over into the corner. Astrostar goes down, and NRG decide not to actually fight for the space, instead working into art with Mata.
Bro, celebrating over Nico? I would too if it's fucking 8-1. Yeah, I'm celebrating over every round.
NRG holding the line, finesse.
Nice.
Great double. The ult from Mitch could be good. There's a tag at very least, but a counter ult coming in. Brock,
Oh my god.
that's lovely out of him, and some doing
Alright,
well
this is
too.
an NRG round though.
Round just kind of fell apart there from C9, with NRG pivoting quickly out of A main. I think that's really nice. Last few rounds, they've seen that Net's been set up pretty selfishly on the sites he's playing with his tripwires. So after seeing the overinvestment that C9 took into A main, realizing, hey, there might not even be a trip in art. They can work into that space, wait for the reclear. Finesse finding 2 there, wins them the round.
Oh my god.
রাহাত তোমার কথা অনেক বলে জি কি সুন্দর চুল তোমার মাশাআল্লাহ সুন্দর বেশি দিন থাকবে না আন্টি
underrated kind of prospect to have.
I need
well
to
in Tier
see.
1. The last time he played it was technically called Challengers, but it was Tier 1 back then.
2022, right?
Yeah, he was on Ghost Gaming, and he was playing against NRG.
How do you feel about this overlay, by the way, chat? I like it, but at the same time, I think I'd rather just see the scoreboard.
Back to Tier 1 since, but now he's here on a VCT.
Like, the scoreboard just allows me to, like, get info a lot faster. I think it looks cool, though.
From net. Again, falling back into this anchor spot, this time calling Oxy into street. The rest of C9 not quickly rotating.
Do pro gamers get drug tested?
Just happy to wait out this and the timing just sees just about everything. They got the info on 3 and the kill.
I mean, I've heard of it before, but I haven't heard of it for Valorant, no.
Cosmic Divide combined with the Killjoy lockdown. But C9 are going to go real quick on this retake. They're already out.
Holy shit, C9's just flooding here. How did Zeppa get here? How did Zeppa... The spray! Holy fuck!
That was insane!
Bro, my voice cracked. That's how crazy it was.
Zeppa's just doing tricks out there. Absolutely unbelievable.
Oh shit, Sam's fucked.
With 3 players lined up against him, 14 HP to his name. It's just not going to happen.
Give the man 5 more bullets, and he gets a 4K spray transfer. You don't see that very often.
That's just crazy. I feel like C9 are thriving in the chaos. They're so constantly able to get into these positions where they're pushing through a smoke. We saw it on Fracture 2 or going for TP.
Holy shit, they were so blind.
Set that up himself.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Oh,
he only shot him twice?
My spray transfer doesn't fucking hit.
Oh my God. 9-2 though. C9 yet again arresting NRG's momentum.
Stingers on Mod and Brock.
Can you take Adderall before a tourney?
Step up, but so far they haven't
I'm sure a player who's actually like
once again,
medicated for it probably could.
For them the last time they went there.
Probably.
That also came with a lot of early investment, a lot of presence shown from C9 into main. So they've got to use the drone this time, work their way into the space slowly. C9 have a couple of players waiting for them.
High-low setup for C9.
Did it drug test you?
In goes the neon.
I've never been drug tested before, no.
For a double on the
Is Adderall considered a performance-enhancing drug for a pro player? I mean, technically, I think it is considered a performance-enhancing drug, but I feel like that's only for people that don't require it. Because, like, for instance, because I've talked about it before on stream, but like, if I take medication for my ADHD and play video games, I play like total shit. Like I play terrible, and also I don't even want to play the game. I would rather like do IRL stuff.
Have to swallow for NRG. It was all C9 all day.
9-3 half there, and again, C9, the streak they put together at the start was just kind of crazy. Oxy finally feeling himself back on the stage. Making it start
like,
to happen.
I mean, technically,
so far since
by definition,
now C9, just moments
energy drinks are also performance enhancers. If you like, I mean, realistically. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's some hard lines with it, because I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but ADHD is probably like a superpower for pro gaming, because I would assume if an ADHD person can, like, they hyperfocus onto like what they're doing, and it's a really, really fucking hard hyperfocus. I'm assuming that's what medication would do for people that like don't have ADHD. I'm assuming that's like how you would function, but like I don't know. Like for me, I just become like a lot more clear, concise, organized. I become like more of an adult. So that's only if I really have to do like some like really tedious tasks IRL. It's the only time I would ever take it, but like I don't really like doing it. Honestly, the best gamers probably have ADHD. 100%. Are you I'm diagnosed. I went to the doctors. Everything. I'm hard diagnosed. Yes. That's why I can't multitask. Like mine is pretty extreme. I can't multitask, and also I have like really like severe disinterest in things. Like I don't know how to explain it, but if you want me to do something that I do not want to do, like it actually like is physically painful for me to like do that. So that's why it's like it's an inconvenience to everyday life, but for pro play, because like all your job is just like play games and perform.
So
solid, very solid.
This pistol round is a necessity for NRG to win. Good news though.
I can tell by how you explain things. Yeah.
Bangkok. This comp is
I mean, if I get really passionate about something too, you can just hear how much faster I talk. So I have to like, I have to consciously like slow myself down.
Considering that gate crash.
Yeah, he's all the way over on the A site now, as a matter of fact. Ethan didn't have a super hot first half on the Oro. And now this site really has just been Finesse and Brock holding things down.
What are they cooking here? A fake into B, 3 players then walking straight, and no one holding that space from NRG.
The fake hit into the real hit, and NRG have sort of bid on it. As a matter of fact, Ethan's still sticking towards that A side of the map. See what Brock can do from up in tower, though. Smoked off the classic. You can't imagine it's going to be a lot. But he's got a couple of shock darts.
Oh, that one's money right there.
Vic, but the plant will go down regardless.
Gonna combo the flash and the dart now coming on through.
2 players in backhaul for C9. That's the brunt of this hold, and the slide.
Wow.
Shut down by Zeppa.
Wow. Zeppa playing against NRG, bro. Zeppa playing against NRG. He's just a different.
Post plant you've ever seen for C9.
He's different. Are you the same animal but a different beast?
Another 3K
Too crazy.
Like when he's on, this team's kind of unstoppable.
I don't know what he has against NRG. He had a life game last time they played. Stepping up big time this series as well.
I mean, turning the flash there, then re-aggressing on the same angle.
And that's the coordination in the post plant.
Baby, let's go!
That was missing from NRG in the first half, right? T9 is so ready. Okay.
Bro, you know Kaide didn't know that? Bro, I said that quote to Kaide, and she had no fucking clue what I was talking about.
Spots out a couple.
And I was so surprised. Bro, that was like such a big meme.
They can lean back into this A site. Keep your eyes in mid as well, because while Net is trying to work into Art, Mata's sitting with a Bucky right up against double door.
Finesse also walked up down B long. So a lot of angles that C9 has to re-clear here if they want to head back that way.
And C9 really, with a couple of Phantoms, don't want to walk into these close spaces, so good of them to leave Net the only pistol on the team in Art. The other 3 are going to work down into B. As long as, at worst, it's a 1-for-1 with Finesse, C9 are still going to be in very good control this round.
What do we think? Does C9 take this right here?
Trade him out with the rifles.
I mean, Net's coming up right here like an assassin.
Don't jump the gun.
Finesse in the corner?
An opportunity here. Clone through, he shoots the gun, and it blinds him up. It's 1-for-1. That's all right. Net, though, taking his time to walk all the way through Psalm.
Sam didn't see him.
On that jumpy.
Sam didn't see him.
And Net is in a real devious position now.
Oh my god, the timing.
Oh no, and he called his team back over into the A site. There's 3 players here. C9 could
timing,
to B, but still there's a Bucky back on site. C9 might just called themselves out of the round because they thought they had the perfect timing.
Mata's gonna slide into it.
A Bucky in his hand.
He's gonna slide into it.
And they smoked for him.
Is he not?
But he doesn't make the play.
Wait.
Plant goes down
I won't lie.
It's the
if I'm not Neon there, I 100% go for the slide kill.
But
through
Mata,
the smoke.
He has been so patient in this position. But he might have missed his opportunity. C9's made it out. Pull has to be committed very early on. But there's not a lot of time bought already. Mata's Bucky takes care of Vic, and with Ethan holding things down, there should be no way for Mitch to get
Holy
back into this
shit,
one.
the Avengers just pulled up.
And NRG win a eco round that was desperately needed.
Yeah, you know, we saw C9 do this to him back on Fracture, I believe. Now NRG give him a taste of their own medicine. That was the force from NRG. They were banking everything on this round. And Finesse finding the one there does good work, but really it all comes down to that lurk timing and Net just not managing. to get that moment for his team to rotate back.
Mata
into
played
him.
that so well.
That's
Oh yeah, he
something
did actually.
different. He could have gotten 2 kills. He opens up that
He
site.
definitely played
Even if
it really
doesn't
smart.
work,
I won't
C9
lie.
just commit into the B site and play a normal post plant, and it works fine for them.
Wait, Ethan's on Pie Watch?
An unfortunate way for it to go. Still, lots of opportunities for C9
Is this true?
to close this one out, and they'll invest a little into some stingers here.
Oh, I love it. Light armor every round, every team always going for a half buy, never a full save. The rounds can slip away from you so quickly.
And they've already gained
What the fuck is this spot?
Yeah, that's a nice angle for Mata.
I've never seen that angle before in my life.
He's Neon, so he's running super fast in a full squat.
Will crouching, yeah.
Out of there. Sure, we'll let it happen. And NRG have fallen into this pattern a few times where they just leave a player back in spawn ready to, you know, rotate over into A or into
Whoa,
B
they had the
quickly.
tablet.
And we'll talk about it. That's where they're headed. Oxy dashing into spawn. Hello. The stinger is crazy in these moments.
Oxy!
Still in hand. Hello. You've got to be looking at Oxy.
But hold on, the spike is
Wait,
still on site.
Ethan's
There's
one
two
away.
NRG members in secret.
He's one away from the
Rifles
destination.
In hand with a star placed on the ground. And now the smoke gives a moment for Zeppa to pick up that spike, but he's still got to fight through.
No flashes. No tools to get past this smoke.
You kind of have to plan A, in my opinion.
Are they walking all the way back?
You can't do this.
They're going to have to start running.
There's no time.
Finesse is going to hear them.
There's no time. You're gonna run into the Sentinel site. Bro, if there's mollies or anything,
The turret
he's
looking to slow
oh
someone up, but
fuck. I think he's gonna give it. He's giving it. He's giving it.
goes up towards heaven. Oxy! That's not legal! How does he get away with that? Now the plant is down. And the tides of this round have started to change.
নীলা পড়েছে নীল শাড়ি কিন্তু আমার নীল শার্ট
3 নাম্বার ড্রয়ে দেখো
But a cosmic divide up forces the hand for C9. Oxy wants to stay on one side, try and hear a spike tap, but he can't commit to it. Instead, Som starting to hold things down, swing through.
Oh my God, Brock.
NRG, mop it up.
Wait, bro. Oxy legit dunked on FNS right there.
Oxy? What? Where did that come from? The dash into flowers, first of all, was crazy. Because remember, this is a bad buy from C9. They're also down in numbers without smokes. And then he went on the full run, then the boost up into heaven. Pretty sick stuff from the duelist.
Are you allowed to bet on games or not allowed still?
NRG
Technically I can, but like I'm not going to.
But it's going to be the first real rifle round of this game, and C9 looking to keep the pace high, already take fast control for A-Main.
NRG have pushed all the way down into B, showing a lot of that forward presence and then sprinting away with the Neon. Options to TP out quickly too. That's real up there with the camera.
Who's next? Euro ult for Zeppa. He's going to work his way through Art, set this up to be a split into the A site. Hunter's Fury trying to connect off of Zeppa's information, but he doesn't really find anything. No,
Isn't Zeppa standing next to Som? Wait, I'm so confused what's happening. What the fuck's going on, chat? Chat, what the fuck's happening?
He made his way into the site, racking him up before he falls too.
Wait.
Now a 2-on-2.
But the
Is Ethan still 313? Chat. Or did it? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Ethan's revealed
Oh my
himself
god.
and Oxy trying to find the
He's
right
one
moment
off.
to swing. Ethan walks all the way back.
30 seconds left.
A tap on the spike, now a fight into spawn. They see nothing. Expect the wrap towards flowers. Oxy ready on the angle, but where's that Yoru? Ethan's patient.
He's one off.
Waiting in spawn. Letting Mata make the work happen. Good flash. Buying a lot of attention, and Mata's walked all the way up. Ethan baiting this one out perfectly.
He did it. He hit it.
It looks beautiful from NRG, but C9 dismantle in the 2v2.
Yeah, look, if Vic can't get that kill for another second, it's a 2K instantly for Mata. Turning it around on the flank. NRG done such a good job distracting there with Ethan's Yoru. But the second you get that kill, instantly you're turning
Did
around.
Vic
You don't
run
see
shoot him
anyone
there,
else
by the
in
way?
front of you.
Let's go! Yes, sir.
The march continues for C9.
It's going to be a big fight, A main.
Oh, you're not kidding.
Though hearing that neon slide, C9 temper things for a moment.
Yeah, what about that big fight?
Might still go for it.
It's gonna happen if NRG just don't leave Mata to die here.
But for now, he's alone. Does it
Mata
matter?
got one.
Gets a kill on the spam. Now he has to start to think about escaping. And he'll back his way out as his team re-clears through Art back into mid.
Yeah, expecting C9 to move back there, but they still keep looking into Mata. Now as smoke's been called down, C9 realize they have no positioning on the map to play with. So maybe looking for a mid re-clear, could consider some attention down into B, but Net hasn't stepped into that space either.
He's been periodically checking his cam, though. They know mid is directly clear, but they have to be worried about Art.
And this is a really annoying setup, right? You have the Sova just peeking in Art, then all of a sudden you can have a flash swing from Ethan on the close angle.
Turret broken. C9 are just going to commit into B.
Finesse choosing to stick on site.
He's completely alone in this endeavor. Your
Oh,
TP
he's
coming
fucked.
at him in just a second. He can't see a thing. Finesse executed in the back
Oh
halls.
my god.
Keep your eyes on Oxy too. He's trying to get active here in the post lane. He's trying to end things right here, right now. Mata, the only player waiting for him, and with his team finding kills over into Street, getting the job done there too. NRG have no position to try and retake into this site.
Is Mata gonna slide out heaven?
Timing, getting ready to slide out into the site, but no one's waiting.
He
for
got
Oxy to
one?
spawn. Deals with that nicely.
Wait,
Now it's
what?
Starting to work against NRG. Zeppa still in back hall, but the smoke on the spike gets up to half now. NRG choose to pull on out, but they go wide.
Oh my god, Brock again with the two. Holy shit, he's keeping them alive.
Brock again.
Brock is doing
saving
God's
NRG.
work on these fucking
It's a
rounds.
second 2v2 that he's won for the team. I love the idea from C9 though. Oxy just drifting above, AC 130 in the air. That is all traded out. And NRG yet again stay alive in this game.
Kind of crazy that C9 have players in spawn, back hall, on site. And somehow NRG are still able to get out here with a smoke on spike and full stick. It's because C9 went for the safe defuse. Needed a little bit more of a trek to go back into that smoke in the positions they were playing.
That's going to break the economy as well for C9.
Why do you never see Raze on Pearl?
But Oxy still has the blade.
Because the character doesn't really have that good of like
Outlaw in Ethan's
nades
hands.
and or like
Board into backside too, so we can repost on this angle, picks him out of the sky.
Oxy might take him out, honestly.
There's another one coming to you, buddy.
Mitch goes back in, and the punishment is there. Oxy with the blade. Storm wants to trade this on out. TP into back, although still, Ethan is found.
One bullet?
Oxy would have loved to have found
Wait,
that
I don't
second
feel
one.
like he threw
Only has
4 other
one
knives
bullet.
right there. The fuck?
Everyone but Mana is one shot to the outlet. There's still danger to this round yet.
I want what you're having. I don't see it yet. I
Come
don't
on up,
fully
Vic.
believe Yet.
They have to
Plant
keep
for
him an
Oxy.
opportunity. Someone has to mess up. But Oxy's hunting. Mana's the only man with full armor.
Oh.
That's one target to pick.
Some good shots from Ethan to open it up and went out in the anti-eco. But now is where the ult question starts to be asked, right? NRG have a your ult to work with. Same thing for Zepp on the other side.
Very nice shooting from Ethan. I think it was back on EG the last time we saw him playing the Yoru on this map. Timeout though for C9. This is a pretty critical round.
Oh,
for them.
what do we think?
He's
What do we
gonna be
think,
back
chat?
up. Like you mentioned, they have a couple big ults.
Is this a C9 choke now? I was thinking it was gonna be a clean C9 in the third map, but
just run a simple exit
looking
with
like
the
a
Astral
choke
and the
might be
Yoru,
at
but
hand here.
I'd almost rather them use this your ult to get information into mid and see if they can break open the map. NRG are pretty quick to fall out of space once they've been challenged by C9. I think using that dimensional drift to, spot out what's going on in Art and Connector and Street, sort of forcing NRG to pick one side of the map to play on so that, hey, there could be an isolated finesse on one of those sites. He's usually falling into solo positions. I think C9 would do well for themselves to try and find themselves in a round state like that. Because the other thing you have to consider is NRG have some pretty powerful retake ultimates as well. You don't necessarily just want to run an exec, play out around 5v5 in the post plan. You'd love to, if you're C9, get things a little bit muddier, bring down the numbers for sure.
Mata still has a judge in his hands. And it's going to be a similar setup for NRG, leaving the double duelists over towards the B site to fight early for that space, and leaving all this stall util on edge.
So remember the chicken nuggets meme, NRG? Yeah.
Here behind the Astra and the Sova. Gonna be hard even with the ults for C9 to accelerate.
They don't show much though initially. Just the dart to take main. And now, Yoru ult into the site.
There's 3 players here, Mimi. Yoru's already TP'd over.
Zeppa, he spots all 3 of them now. Knows they're all stuck in towards Secret here. Good flash to follow up. Oxy getting an opener. That's just
Sam!
NRG holding strong.
Oh.
Excellent from Salman Brock.
He was ready to turn the flash, so it was awesome from him.
And Vic, this is a very tall task indeed. That spike stuck out in Secret. Finesse swings in, and this time he gets the better of Vic.
I mean, Finesse isn't going to be fooled by a round like that. It's just too simplistic from C9. Oh, we've got the ults. Let's exec into the A site. Well, how do NRG punish that? Unload utility on the site, preset a teleport to get your Yoru over on that side of the map, and then abuse the fact you've got 4 bodies on this side to hide in some ratty corners.
And that's the first round where I feel like I'm seeing some glimmers of that map 1 NRG, who does a really good job of being one step ahead of their opponents, setting up the right crossfires, playing together in these.
The way C9 chart, I think it's very possible it happens.
More of that.
I think it's very
to finish
possible.
This comeback, though.
It's like Ethan's got the read on the Outlaw, going for that one again. Similar setup this time for NRG. The 1 fewer Molly. This one just on default to catch a plant or catch a Yord teleport.
NRG super willing to give up space, though. Don't want to risk anything on this anti-eco. They have ults if they need to hit the emergency button and use some of those.
C9, they're throwing out the next teleport. Getting ready for the second phase exec into the site. Well, with it getting broken, I don't know if C9 are actually going to commit to this one. It's a hard one to go for.
Oh, they're going for it.
Try and fight into Art, maybe pinch in with net. Could be a cool idea, but no one's waiting for him.
Hunter's Fury?
Oh, we got 2?
Nice. From Brock.
How did you get 2?
Tier 2. With some excellent Sova utility.
This is what I mean, though. It's such nice push and pull from NRG. Yeah, Net's going to find a timing.
Enemy remaining. But there's no way they can win this round.
Exactly. But again,
wait, they
NRG
might throw.
Fall back away from that exec. Aren't getting fooled. And when
Chat, I think they're throwing.
You know, little pivot into Art, no one's actually there.
And now they're ready with a high-low setup. Brock swings in, and it is a very clean anti-eco NRG. They're looking alive in this second
All right, good night, Cryo.
This is where Finesse has to
thanks for coming in.
bear down and keep trying to read. Okay, what does C9 actually showed him? Showed the double ult full exec into the A site, then just a regular old exec into the A site. Yeah, with a little bit of a slowdown in the mid round. But C9 almost threw away that next round by just running back a similar idea. Now, no real surprise, C9 moved their way over towards the B side.
Bro, they've been announcing it different every fucking time.
Might find some action. He's been wanting for that for a little while.
Look at the change.
I said Cairo. Did I not?
The setup has shifted to B. Finesse expects a change up from C9.
It's a hard read, and he's leaving Mada's Neon playing backside. Usually Neon playing so much more forward. Now with the stun to fight through the smoke.
And I'm going to be honest, this looks just like some of the rounds from T1 when they were playing this comp. The Neon in this corner is devilish.
And there's this forward alarm bot that's just about to get triggered too, so NRG know exactly what's going down.
Here he goes. Mata lets Oxy pass now.
Oh my god.
Lovely. Still Oxy causing problems. He was left alive in backside.
Oh my god. Wait. This round's close.
Oh no, problems for NRG. Ethan
I mean, Sam's still alive though.
It's now a 2-on-3 situation.
But he has the ultimate.
Use the ult, drop the pick up rifle.
Spots out Oxy. Flash up. Oxy trying to fight ahead of it. They need to get the kill on this jet.
Oh my Oxy.
Oxy's too good. Not baited by the
my
clone.
god.
Fighting in for more. That gives 1 to some. But he would need a hell of a clutch to win this now.
Oh my god.
Tap on the spike. Astra pull used. More util. Being committed for some, but the dart. An ultimate. It's all bearing down.
Holy shit, he's dodging everything!
He's just trying to dance his way out of this one. Revealed by
it's fucking DDR!
Taken down by Vic. C9. Series point.
Kind of miraculous that C9 were able to win on that exec. I thought Mada's positioning for sure had them.
You have to give so much credit to Oxy that round. It's pretty normal, let the dive through, fight the players in the choke, but Oxy does so much with that opportunity. Fights back in, gets 2 and back on, stays alive until the very end of this round.
Yep.
Nice, Vic. Good job.
And now, NRG,
Wait, is today Friday or is today Saturday, chat?
9 to 12, that's
Is
the
it
call
today?
for them. Mada pushing up into main with that, but the pullback star into the drone.
It's
You
Friday,
can't
okay.
exactly dodge away from this, so throws up the wall, has to run on through.
If this comes down to a retake, 2 operators is brutal.
You can never let it come down to retake. You have to fight forward. You can't back away from these lines.
So Mada has to do everything. An opportunity against the Jet, but the dash. Already Oxy
What?
in deep, but through the smoke. Excellent. Stuns himself on the slide and somehow stays alive for a moment. He'll die finally. But that lockdown from Finesse is good.
Look at the minimap. Net is running into connector. There's Vic going into art. This map is about to blow up. NRG have read it. 2 players already.
Wait, and Zeppa
proceed
still has
to
a TP
rotate
towards
into
B
the
too.
A site.
Oh my
Ness
god.
is aware of what's going down.
Ethan
and
teleported back to B
choosing
site.
Sam push forward into A main to greet these 2 players.
Sam needs to get 2
must
here.
Get a kill here.
No
Oxy
less than
needs more
2.
than
He
that.
needs.
He has to, shut
He has
down
to kill
his
2.
friendly
He has to
approach.
kill
He's
2.
already been seen by Oxy. In the smoke he
Oh,
goes.
don't get spammed. Don't get spammed,
Trying
Sam.
to find an opening, worried about the
Oh
pinch, which is
my
soon to come,
god.
but his team is so far away.
2, 2, 2, 2, 2.
It has to be just him. But they've wrapped around, and they know exactly where Sam is from
Oh,
behind.
GG.
Oxy deals with him.
That's GG right there.
And now it's Ethan and Finesse to try and save this round. Finesse, knife in hand, now pushing forward into the cage. And Ethan still across the map.
And that's a C9
He's got
2-1
a
right
gun
there,
now at
chat.
the very least, but still.
Yeah, I think this
Finesse
is
needs to act
impossible.
quicker than Ethan's presence will allow.
And Vic is just waiting. A pull on the spike to end the round. Finesse has to make his move soon. But Nets wrapped all the way through. Still, Finesse gets ahead.
Nah,
of
this
it.
is impossible.
That's one,
Come
but
on,
now
let's
this
be real
fight
here.
becomes more and more of a problem.
Is he using it to
Finesse is
block
gonna try
the...
and pull. They're trying to body block. Can they succeed? Finesse is still sticking, but there's a swing in
Oh my god.
Cloud 9. Third time is not the charm. Yet again, they beat NRG, and they start their stage 1 with yet another win.
Even after faltering in that opening map, I mean, it looked like a tear gap after map 1. But what we saw from them in
All
map
right,
number
damn.
2, Net,
What
he
a-
was so active,
what a
right? How
first-
loud was this
the
guy
first
up on
regular
stage?
season
Just had
match
such a good
back
time.
just like that.
Zeppa constantly performing map after map 2.
And after a rough start to the series, a rough kickoff, Oxy comes up huge. 24 kills, 300 ACS on the map 3 where he mattered the most.
Yeah, look, once Oxy's on the
Yep. Ugh. Oh. Got beaten again by C9? Bro, C9 is just NRG's kryptonite. Every single time Zeppa loads into the fucking server and he sees that it's NRG, he just turns up. Oh, so the next match is going to be Crew versus Loud, correct? Bro, this clip right here is fucking crazy from Vic. Zeppa turns into prime LeBron against NRG. Yeah, like out of curiosity, because I just want to see what people say. Yeah, like out of curiosity, because I just want to see what people say. And I think there is one correct answer. Who is currently the best team in Americas? There's one correct answer here. And this is like a no bias answer, obviously. Yep, it is G2. Now, chat, the next question. And this one is also up for debate. Who's the second best team in Americas? Full bias, full bias.
NRG in kickoff. Now you win once again. But something that we noticed in map number 1 and map number 3 was the